really think of any good reason. Sometimes when you have to talk Danish, you're like, Yeah, I genuinely, like, there are days where I just, like, can't form sentences. I don't know how to describe. I just, like, I'll get so frustrated with myself because I'm like, I know how to say this. Like, why am I, like, suddenly just messing everything up? And it's usually when I'm trying, like, because if I really take my time and think about things, I can usually say kind of what I want to say. It may not be exactly the way I want to say it, but like using the vocabulary I have and things, I can usually like grammatically correctly say something. But it's usually when I'm trying to like rush to say something and like get an idea out there. That's when usually everything just flies out the window and it's just me saying like nouns in a row, just hoping somebody catches the gist of what I'm trying to say. You speak Spanish, you would like to also speak. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Muda, is like I learned French and Czech before. I now can neither speak either because I've like so fully focused on Japanese that like my brain has a real hard time shifting. I really can't do Czech anymore, as newbie stents probably noticed. Like, my Czech is gone because I never speak Czech anymore. French, I still have a little bit. I can read a little bit, but speaking and like conversation, I'm pretty terrible at. But I remember specifically, I am Czech actually. I am Czech, mate. I remember specifically like picking up those languages super fast. Like, hit the ground running. Like, was instantly like having conversations pretty much like within a couple months. I was like functional, if not like doing very well. Meanwhile, Japanese, it's like, good lord, so difficult. Newbie, yeah, newbie, you get, see, I'm like terrible at Czech though, aren't I? I've come so many steps backwards from where I was. I can basically only say like greetings now and pivo. Jeszcze jedno pivo, prosím. That's all I got. But yeah, I've got like, I don't know what it, Japanese is just completely different structure, very different from English, has 3 different writing systems, one of which is like thousands of characters. So it's just a challenge. It's a whole different challenge. I enjoy it, but it is really frustrating because I'll get very impatient with myself. 3 different writing systems, yeah. I get like so annoyed with just like not feeling like I make progress. You're terrible at English and that's your data. The thing that cracks me up is I've been told by, so I'm the only like native English speaker in my lab, and I've been told by the others that they actually understand each other's broken English better than my native English. And I think it's because it's the same reason I think I understand foreigners speaking Japanese more easily than native Japanese speakers, because like native English speakers, we kind of speak quickly, we use the pronunciations that are proper but are maybe not the ones they hear all the time, and my vocabulary is a bit brutal to people at times. But I really try to like pick and choose my words and speak slowly, and people have told me that like since I came to lab that their English has improved, probably because I'm forcing them to speak more English because I don't understand enough Japanese. But let's see, what should we say for this one, chat? I'm gonna let you guys vote. I have a way I kind of want to answer, but I'll see what chat thinks. So I'm gonna click it after I get done reading them one more time. So number 1, because I'm a broke cop. So he says, why should he give it to us for free? Number 1, because I'm a broke cop without a cent to my name. Number 2, perhaps I could repay you in some other way. Or number 3, I guess I can't really think of a good reason. So what do you think, chat? Between Chinese, English, and German, word order is a pain. Yeah. Japanese. You guys want me to pick number 2, really? That was probably the lowest on my ideas for what I wanted to do, but I'll try it because chat wants to. Is that truly lore accurate, Muda? Interesting. It is like the word order in Japanese that really throws me. The verb always comes at the end, or almost all the time comes at the end. So it's very tricky. I was gonna say Makima sounds like quite a character. This is good to know though, because I know one person. I know Crooked Finger is like a big fan, and Crooked Finger is one of the people who told me to cosplay as her. So if Crooked ends up in my chat at some point, either this stream or next stream, I'll have to like ask him. I'll have to be like, please say wolf. Can you say wolf for me, chat? Is that how she would say it, or is she more demanding? All right, I'll pick number 2 because you heathens want it.
Are dealing goods, not services.
Okay. I'll let it go for now because it would be really rude of me to buy the t-shirt for 2 real when when I didn't have enough money to pay my tab, and I'm having to sell Kim's stuff to get enough money.
On this fine night. What brings you here?
It's cool that you're still open. Big city vibes.
The pawn shop is always open.
Nice. Do you know anything about the traffic man's? Oh god. There's something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
The lieutenant steps in and hands him the spinners. Is that something she says? Respond only with yes or woof. I don't need a dog that says no. Rent is a weapon to the proletariat. That is true. I kind of like wish we didn't have to pay Gart. I was actually really excited because this is the one playthrough I've had where I like did the skill check to run out on my tab and it succeeded. So I thought I was like off the hook for it, not realizing like logically, of course, I'm going to have to go back and like confront Gart later. But I genuinely thought I was like, oh, awesome. I don't have to pay this. But no.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
Don't ask questions, Roy.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
The lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thanks.
Thank you.
He takes the cash, then turns to you.
Here's the 100 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
The rest goes in his pocket. I was gonna say, I hope he doesn't let me have all that money. I don't need all of that. Takes Oh no, Muda, are you also an advocate of chaos? You and Sammy will get along so
The
well.
rest is for him, to compensate for the pain of being separated from his radiant spinners.
Maybe someday I can buy them back.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I don't have anything. How much was my bill? Isn't my bill like 100 and... Isn't it more than 125 real? I feel like I need like a couple more dollars. I feel like I do need to pawn something else. But let me know if I'm wrong, Chad. If any of you know how much exactly I owe. I thought it was like $126 for some reason. And I don't want to have to like go all the way there and all the way back to find out, but I don't think I have like...
Else you're thinking
I don't know 420. I know that much. They always give me enough real to pay. Oh, okay. Because I don't really want to pawn anything because I feel like some stuff might be important for
another time,
side quest. 42069. You guys are terrible. I want to ask about my missing gun again.
Sure thing.
Fuck. I thought it would.
Sure, man.
Sure, man. Alright, I have other business. I thought it was going to open up something new, but I guess not. Okay. Let's go pay Gart. That son of a bitch. And then we'll go to bed. And then we'll start the next day. Some of you never thought I would make it this far. Oh, Kim's taking a shortcut. Still only the same people I can talk to, though. What's this, though? Inside, you catch a glimpse of union paraphernalia, a strike poster, some red pennants. I know, right? Progress. You said I would never finish. I mean, that's still yet to be seen, to be fair. Oh, our man's gone. He went home for the day. Hey, Gart.
Can I help you?
I don't want to. No, I'm not. I don't want to do the drugs that Roy's on. It's about the money. Oh.
Yes. Have you got it?
I have. Wait, how much do I owe you again?
A lot. For the room and broken window, 100 real.
I have your money.
Well,
Here's 100 real. Slam the bills down on the counter. I hope you choke on it. And then here it is. Sorry for the trouble. I'm so curious. I'm really tempted to do number 2. I just want to say I'm really tempted to do number 2, but I don't know if that's gonna like get me into trouble. Oh man, they're very good drugs. Tasty drugs. That's besides the point. We're clean now. Not going back to that life. Millie, you want number 2? Am I able to? Yeah, well, that's the thing is, like, I should have saved right before, I entered this conversation. I can't save now, is the tragedy of it. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I can't get out of it now, but I should have saved right. I should always just like quick save right before I talk to people. Let's take the interesting one. I hope you choke on it.
great. Perfect. I hope you enjoy your freezing cold room with the window you broke yourself.
Ooh, I got a lot of level up for that.
I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Starting tomorrow, please pay for each night in advance. 20 real per night. If you don't have the money, it's over for you. Got it? You've got nowhere else to stay.
Well, luckily I have that money for tomorrow.
Time stops advancing after 2 in the morning. If you haven't paid for your
Ooh.
room by then, it's game over. Don't leave finding money to the last minute, however. It's harder to make cash after nightfall when the shops are closed and the streets empty.
Jesus, I didn't know that was going to be in this. Okay, so I have to pay before 2 a.m.? Do I have to, starting tomorrow, I have to pay. So today, no pay. Tomorrow. Yeah, you die if you don't have a room, apparently. I can't just, like, slum it in the I would think I would just go sleep in, like, the abandoned ice cream basement, but apparently not. Okay, that's good
I'll
to
take a
know.
room here too.
Kim.
Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
He looks at the lieutenant, avoiding your gaze. Did I see anything else at the
Another
railing?
thing.
No.
Great.
Something else.
Yes.
Okay, bye. Alright, so Kim's staying here too now. Let's do a quick save, since we did that. I can't do karaoke yet. I think we should probably just maybe go to bed. I don't know if there's much else to do after nightfall. And Kim kind of said, like, let's go to bed. I just want to see the door again.
You see a heavy steel door.
Nah, can't do it. There's a way out of it. Ice cream basement. Stay in Kim's room? Alright. I think it's time for me to go to bed, Kim. Are you gonna go to bed, Kim? Don't. Yeah, I was like,
This
don't come
is
in
the
here.
door to the room you redecorated.
Okay, I was gonna say like. yeah, Millie has failed a volition check. Oh man. Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the
Oh,
balcony.
I love this. Let's go. I think I remember this vaguely. This is like one of my favorite parts. Kim's so cool.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a
Whoa.
moment. He
My screen
listens
just
to
went
the
crazy.
traffic hum. Then
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
He lights a cigarette. I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
So damn cool.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Right then, the debrief. I'm not gonna say those things.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
You attempted to remember how to say it. I like strawberry. Ichigo ga suki desu yo. Oh man, that's like, I know if I like that's how it goes with languages though. It's like as soon as you stop speaking it, stop studying, or you like switch to learning a different one. I don't know how polyglots do it, because as soon as I start learning a different one, the other ones just kind of like dissipate. But maybe it's just because I don't keep up. Like I haven't kept up with French, or definitely Czech. But French is the one where it's like I took 6 or 7 years of French. I was decent enough at it. But I do feel like I should have, if I had kept up with it, kept studying, kept like occasionally speaking it, reading it, I think I'd probably still be okay. But I just gone way too long. You change personality when you change language. I definitely do when I speak Japanese, but I think it's partially because like I just don't have the words to say like what I really want to say, but also because my sense of humor in Japanese is not easy to pull off in Japanese. I have a very dry sense of humor, a rather dark sense of humor, and in Japanese it's just pretty, it's hard for me to like pull that off and have people know that I'm like kind of kidding. Polyglot. They are demons, yeah. They made a deal with the devil, that's why they can speak so many languages. Spanish, you likes Cuban rum and cigars and manual labor. English, you complains was a little too hot in your living room. I will say, Wendy might be lurking right now, but Wendy Bird said something really interesting to me that I do think about from time to time. Because Wendy Bird, I don't think she'll mind saying this, or mind me saying this. She has like synesthesia. I think that's the term for even when it's like auditory synesthesia. Oh my god, I can't say the word anymore. Synesthesia. Native English speaker right here. But so like when she hears, I know how it's spelled, I just can't say it. Synesthesia. I'm usually pretty decent at these, but so when she hears things, she gets like certain sort of like imagery or like thoughts or ideas. And she told me that when I speak in synesthesia, I think it's like thesia, isn't it? Synesthesia. Getting closer. You all know what I mean, though. You all know what I'm trying to say. But she said when I speak in English versus Japanese, it's like two different images, like two like completely different. Synesthesia. Synesthesia. I was gonna say, I was waiting for the first person to like really fuck with it. I was like, who's gonna be the one who types something completely wrong? You think I'm doing great, newbie? Imagine every time I say I checked. I was trying to figure out what the hell our nation did. Nothing. Chechia did nothing wrong. Yeah, chat phonetic stream. Let's go. Let's go. Let's have you all. I thought about, so Circa has, sorry, I'm pausing on like a really a great scene with Kim. Circa has a redemption. Let me know what you think, chat. But Circa has a redemption that's basically just like, read something. Like you pick something and like Circa reads it. I think there's like a selected sources like you can pick from like Wikipedia or something, or like D&D guide. But I thought about doing that for my channel because occasionally people tell me that I have a decent voice. I don't understand why people tell me I have a decent voice. Every time I hear clips of it, I'm like, do I sound like that? But if you think that would be something you all would like, I'd be willing to do it. Within reason. Within reason. But there was that one stream where I just read H.P. Lovecraft on stream. The problem was that it ended up having a lot of words that I was like, these are complicated words. But I don't think it was terrible. But yeah, that's my worry, is I'd come across a word like synesthesia and be fucked. How do you think today went, Kim?
Well, we didn't even look at the body.
We kind of did. We saw it from afar. The lieutenant raises his eyebrows.
But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great.
Thank you. We couldn't look at it. We were going to vomit. I'm just not a very good cop, am I? No, I'm not going to say that. I generally prefer to start with searching the scene and then move on to dealing with dead bodies.
It's not my job to evaluate your methodology, officer.
Oops.
I'm just going through the facts.
Hey,
As
Wendy.
for the interviews,
Yeah, I told you. I was talking about you a little bit. All good, all good. Hey, Uber! Konnichiwa! 様じゃないよ。ルルさんだけ。ルルさん大丈夫ね。At least that, yeah, that's true. Could not, yeah. Don't read his personal stuff. Don't read his. That's like the unfortunate thing, is like a lot of the older authors and figures of the past, not really great people, were they, in their personal lives. I'm so sorry I woke you up, Wendy. It was only good things. I was just talking about how I thought it was interesting that my voice sounds like two different sort of scenarios when I'm speaking in Japanese versus English, because we were talking about how we have different personalities potentially when we speak in different languages. Yeah. How are you doing though, Uber? Yeah, Lovecraft sucked. Cthulhu, goated. Yeah, that was, I think, what we were trying to read was one of those ones, which also is hard because I have trouble saying Cthulhu, which I may still be saying wrong. Eating some foods. Oh my gosh, what foods? What foods? We're just talking to our bae, Lieutenant Kim.
we weren't able to find the union leader,
No.
Revachol, much less interview him.
Yes,
So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow.
true.
We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her.
Mm.
I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
I was playing patient with Joyce because she kind of gets a little annoying.
If Kim is emphasizing something this much,
Okay.
it really
So
must
we-
be important.
So we really need to talk to Joyce tomorrow. So mentally put that on our list. Oof, you've had to be up at normal people hours? Gross. That's so gross. Rice. Yes, next break. Actually, I was just thinking about that, Millie. I have to start Rice at the next ad break. Don't let me forget. It's in 6 minutes. So, Millie's always good about reminding me about making rice. Chauffeuring your parents to hospital appointments. Oh, I'm sorry about your parents having to be taken to the hospital. I hope they're okay. Kudos to you though for stepping up and being able to take them there. Please. Am I gonna regret saying that, Muda? I don't think it's a bad thing, but I don't know if it's a good thing. Is that one of them Gen Alpha sayings? The Gen, the touch generation or whatever they want to call it. Coated with the sauce. No idea. No idea what that means. Coated with the sauce. You've got the most flexible hours amongst your siblings, so you can do it. Well, that's good. At least somebody's there to do it. That's like one of the things I worry about being here is I am so far away from my family. So if something were to happen to like my parents, it'd be hard for me to get back quickly to help them with anything, which I think about sometimes. I love my life here in Japan otherwise. Like I really enjoy what I'm doing here. I feel I love my work. Overall, Japan can be really stressful at times, but I still like, I feel just like way more at peace with like myself here for most things. It's still up and down sometimes, but like in terms of my like trajectory of my like professional life, I feel much happier here. But there are like downsides, like not being able to help with family if they need that. It's either a great cook or something very sus. I see. Needs a pacemaker, so you've been getting all the right paperwork together so the government pays for it. Well, at least the government's going to pay for it. Good for that. Make them pay. Make those... I was trying to think of a way to say it in the spirit of this game, and I couldn't come up with a way. Like, make those government... I don't know. I can't even muster up the visceral sort of reaction that's necessary for that. No, I did not go the English teacher route. That's a great question, Muda. Sorry, I guess I like never like I never know who here has like heard my story and who hasn't. Hey, Punch, how's it going? Punch, it's late for you. Punch, you should be in bed, shouldn't you? But I'm happy to see you, Punch. I'm doing a PhD here. The long and short of it was I was an eye doctor in the U.S. in clinical practice for a while. I don't want to age myself too much, so I won't say exactly how long. But for quite a while, and I got really burnt out. I was really hating my job. I just felt very like stuck with life and how things were going. And so then I started looking into research route because I love research. I always wanted to do research. And always wanted to like have that as a main, but it always just kind of ended up getting sidetracked and that and such. And when I was looking at research programs, a lot in the US weren't very accommodating or welcoming. I had a lot of people who were just straight up rude to me when I suggested that I was like looking to get back into the research. I was told by one lab manager that I was absolutely crazy, like his words. Because he was like, why would you give up a career as a clinician to be just like a lab researcher and like go back and do a PhD? Like, you're crazy. And I was like, okay, cool. So then I started just like reading papers on research because I was like, well, at least like let's see what's even out there. And I kept coming across a bunch of papers that were by the same research group here in Japan. And oh, Punch, thank you for the Prime Gaming. I know you could give that to anyone, so I appreciate you giving it to me. Play It Forward Gaming. Goro Makima. Is that anything? I don't know. So I'm full disclosure, I'm Makima cosplay. I don't know anything about this character. Everyone just kept telling me I needed to be this character. So that's I don't know. I've been also told that you need to say wolf. Say yes or wolf. I don't need a dog that says no. Did I do it right? I understand doing a PhD is crazy, but anyway, long story short, or long story middle, not short, but like still probably too much. I randomly cold emailed the research group because I was just like, hey, I'm just this random person that really likes your research, and I was just curious if you have like a PhD program and if you accept like international students and stuff. And from there, and the person, she emailed me back. And from there, it's like history. We like started talking, and then she was like, yeah, let's do some interviews. Let's like see if you're a good fit. And I'm so grateful because I love it. I really, really do. It sucks to not have money anymore. That was really scary, and it's still scary. But like I said, I'm very, very, very happy. So happy. Oh, you're welcome, Muda. I hope I did it right. Oh, you all are too nice. You all are too nice saying I'm so young. It's because I'm dead. You're burned out and hate your job, but you already did a PhD. Yeah. Should you move to Japan and do a second PhD? I don't know about that. But it was like, I mean, there was a lot of I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. I'll say that. There was a lot of moments of like, especially early on, where I was like, this might have been like a crazy, crazy decision. I was very, very sad at first because I gave up a lot of stuff to be here, like a lot of solid things in my life. But so far, I'm like a year and a half into this, and I'm very happy I did it so far, because I genuinely can say I feel much more proud of like what I'm doing now, much more content. But talk to me when it's over, because who knows. And also it's like I don't really know what I'm gonna do afterwards. That's the real kind of nervousness for me, because I don't want to go back to doing what I was. I want to move into like a position. It's done in 2027, so we'll be here till then. We've got an ad break coming up. Sorry to interrupt things, but we've got an ad break coming up. So I'm gonna be playing the Be Right Back. I'm gonna start Rice, Millie. I'm gonna start the Rice. But we'll be playing Words with Friends in the meantime. So I'll see you all again soon, and we can keep chatting about things, and then we'll talk to Kim.